Morphological properties. Let's look at the morphological properties of a word. We have seen some of the properties. Let's study them in more details. Any structure is different from a linear series of combined units. What are the units of a words that make it or that form that very word? All relations between units are identical, and while in the linear series there is always a unit which is very important, that gives that word its properties. We call that head. We call that unit the head. We have already seen this. In the word undecidable, obviously the head is a suffix-able, as it transmits a number of properties, its grammar as well as its meaning. So the grammatical category, the word undecidable is an adjective with the affix-able, which is responsible for this categorization. Similarly, the semantics, the word undecidable denotes a quality, the quality of being unable to be firmly established or refuted. This meaning contribution is associated with the affix-able, as we find it in more words, which denotes the same quality of being able to undergo a particular process, like demonstrable, deducible, inexpressible. So the head inside a morphological structure is identified because of the properties of the whole word are the same properties that the morpheme itself contains, that is, the head itself contains. So the properties of the head are given to the whole word. The properties by the head are crucial in determining the behavior of the word. That how the word is to be used in the syntax is the duty of the head, that determines that how this is to be used in connection, in relation with the other words. The grammatical category is crucial in syntactic context. As I said, it will determine that with which word it is to combine with, or which phrase it is to make. This is very important. The meaning of the word determines its semantic behavior. So the meaning will determine, the meaning of the word will determine with which words it agrees with or it does not agrees with. A third class, formal or morphological. In this sense, its members do not affect the syntactic distribution of the word or its semantic behavior. So this is the formal or morphological structure of the word that has nothing to do with the syntactic distribution or semantic behavior. They specify some morphological property of the word. For example, whether the word is masculine or feminine. This is of the formal morphological structure. How it is to be conjugated. Conjugated, go and gone. Play, played, played. Right? And what inflections it is to be used. Is it stand, stood, or play, or played, regular or irregular? So this is the third property of the word. Consider the word undersell, right? Undersell, if we look at the word undersell, it's a combination of under as a prefix and sell as a verb. The head of this is sell. So you'll see that the next form of the word will be undersold because of sell, because sell has the second form as sold. It imposes its grammatical category and meaning because it's the head of this word. This unit is also responsible for irregular inflection. As I told you, it will become undersold, not undersold. In syntactic analysis, a head is the only unit in a structure which can stand alone, right? So head can stand alone in an in a syntactic analysis. For example, if we have the phrase like the big boy, obviously the head is boy, and this is the head that can stand alone. We cannot make a sentence like the big failed the examination. It will be an ill-formed sentence. So we can say that the head in morphology is frequently a bound morpheme which cannot stand alone without having been combined with other morphemes. Generally what we see in morphology, the head that gives its properties to the word, its grammatical properties, its semantic properties, is generally a bound morpheme, right? And to form a word, it needs some other morphemes to stand as a word.